Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Nick Hachi. It's long overdue, but the new Street Fighter definitive patch came out in March. In the March, a lot of changes were made. Uh, some to my favorite character, my main Urien. But in this video, I want to discuss Urien. I want to discuss Sagat, and I want to discuss Rose and Oro as well. So I guess let's get started. Uh, so, uh, yeah, they nerfed a lot from Urien. The main things they took away were his invincibility on EX headbutt, which was huge. They also limited they slowed down the Aegis reflector when it's deployed. Um, and a few other things. Those are the main things that I think have affected me. I mean his crouching heavy punch, I believe they nerfed the damage on that a little bit. It's still the same, but the first hit I think is nerfed. But let's get started. I have a few video clips to show here as to what I've seen while in action and then also in practice mode. So here you see a couple EX headbutts. Um, they There you go. I used it a lot against Bison. Um, Used it a lot against Ken, a lot against Ryu on Hadouken attacks, a lot of projectile attacks. It was good for defending against. So it's unfortunate they took that away. This is the old version. So here's the new version. So immediately you can see um, right here, EX headbutt, boom. You blink, you'd miss it. But a low kick beat that out. Let me rewind it a little bit. So you'll see here, boom, 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 boom. I get up, block the the kicks, and then I go to do the EX headbutt, and it is blocked by a low kick. Boom, right there, just gone. A lot of offensive firepower gone in the blink of an eye. But uh, I like to be on the more positive side and say, it's added, some more challenges to overcome fighting against opponents now. My main gripes are that they took that away. I mean, it was a lot of there's a lot of offense built around that. In addition to that, um, Urien gets pressured a lot more, in the corner. And there's a lot, he could do to defend or um, get offense, get turns back that are just gone now. So um, they did extend the length of it. So I think I have some stuff coming up here that shows. So the EX headbutt goes further now and is less vulnerable afterwards. So those are a couple things I like about it. So yeah, speed up a little bit. Um, do I have another one in here? Boom, boom. I think I try it again and let's see. Where are you at? Yeah, there's the good old Ace reflector. So yeah, not too much has changed there. There you go. There's the new one. There's the new guy. Um, and as you can see, it goes a little bit further now from where he from his starting point to finishing point. So it's still a pretty good offensive tool. you know you can get under sweeps. If someone's dashing back, you can catch them. It's still pretty decent. It's just not invincible anymore. But you're less vulnerable. It goes a little bit further. You can still use it in some of your combos. I think there's new combos off of it as well. But yeah, that's it's still two hits. You can still connect afterwards. Still get some more offensive pressure. There's not a lot of difference now between it I see and yeah, I think it's a little bit quicker on the uptake, but the heavy EX headbutt, the heavy headbutt rather, the normal. You still they're kind of interchangeable now. I mean, you get kind of you know more hits off of the EX headbutt, and I think it's a little bit of quicker release, but yeah, they're almost interchangeable in a way. But yeah, it's huge for good old Urien there. There you go. So you can still kind of use it as a not much as an anti-air as you could have before. I used to use it a lot as an anti-air. If somebody's jumping in like that, you could anti-air them. Um, but yeah, it is what it is now. Yeah. So and then the as far as the as far as the there you go. That's a so I believe the mirror may have hit right there like before. There's sometimes I see now where like I know when I released the mirror it was gonna connect like so it looked like they were in the middle of kind of doing something, but I don't know. I could be just you know. And there you go. There's a juggle I usually kind of do to set up the next deal. So I can still do that. So I'm okay with you know I'm still pretty bummed, but he's still got a lot of offensive weapons. I think Urien overall is a decent character. I mean he's come off of S tier for sure. Um, so he's maybe like a A or a B now. Um, but I'm still sticking to my man. I like him a lot. He's and here I try to do the EX headbutt, which usually would have worked before. I don't even know if that would have worked before, to be honest. I just was experimenting and obviously it did not work. Just testing the boundaries of it. And yeah, it's still it's definitely nerfed. So I I I I want to say that might have hit before, but who knows, you know. So you can get here. I think it's a EX headbutt from the corner. You can see it kind of go a little bit further. You see, I think I caught him dashing back there. So he was, I think he was jumping backwards. So it's still a pretty decent move. Get a counter reversal off of it. So he was definitely in the middle of doing something. Uh, but yeah, you could still surprise people with it. So I like that about it a lot. Still, I still kind of use it, just less than I would before, and kind of situationally different. The setups using it, and timing. It's still somewhat punishable, so you just have to be careful when and where you throw it out. But you catch somebody dashing back a lot, um, you know, or maybe you know you it's an Aegis reflector juggle or you know it still kind of works in anti-air situations a little bit. I wouldn't recommend it as an anti-air anymore, or a wake up button at all, because it's pretty much nerfed. Like anything there's I think anything any meaties they use will I haven't found a reasonable use for it on Wake Up. So yeah, it's it's still you know That was my main. And see there, that's a definite one there. Where that mirror, I swear that mirror would have would have hit him before, like because he was in the middle of doing something. So, but they're able to block now. It's 2 frames slower on that Aegis reflector. Um, so yeah, you can't really punish people now for some. Yeah, yeah, I think you kind of can a little bit, but it's not as good as it was before. You could definitely feel that they nerfed that. So yeah, that's my man Urien, kind of in a nutshell. But he's still all right. I mean, I guess still kind of do some setups, still win a little bit. I feel like I am losing more often than I used to, um, but it just is what it is. So the front Aegis, I don't believe they nerfed that. I mean, there wasn't anything in the patch notes about that. So I believe that one is still fair game. I think that's just as quick as it was before. Um, so oh yeah, see there you go. I don't know if that's a true punish or not. I don't think it is. It might be. I don't think it. Oh, it wasn't a counter, so I don't know. He might have been in neutral or something like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I didn't seem like a. It didn't seem like a real punish. But yeah, it's still kind of effective in a way. Like he was probably dashing back or something like that. There you go. And see, it's less punishable. That would have definitely been a wait 2 seconds and get hit whatever heavy button they got coming at you. Um, so I do like that about it, and you get out of the corner. It pushes you out of the corner a little bit. If you can see like how far he was in the corner to where he ended up. Um, so yeah, he started about right here, and then ended up right here. It used to only move like maybe a little bit forward, but now it's definitely a lot of forward movement. Gets you out of the corner a little bit, so you can get not set up by a bunch of stuff or get them back in the corner. Um, so yeah, still not a bad character. Um, so yeah, that is it for Yuri. And like I've been saying, it is what it is. You can't really change it. It's Street Fighter 6 next, so who even knows if Urien will be in that? I hope he is. Or maybe I'll find a decent character. Sagat is someone I've stuck with since about Street Fighter 4. I liked him in Street Fighter 4 a lot, so that's why I picked him up in Street Fighter 5. But for Sagat, they gave him some EX Tiger Shot buffs, I believe. So he can V trigger cancel into from EX Tiger Shot where he wasn't able to before. Um, so yeah, I was just trying out a few things for that. So yeah, EX heavy kick. Yeah, there you go. EX heavy kick to EX heavy kick to Tiger Shot to cancel. Well, I believe I've already V triggered. So heavy kick to Tiger Shot to Tiger Cannon is much quicker now. So you see that. I never did that before. That is something brand new with old Sagat here. So you get uh, EX um, DP off of that, and then also Tiger Knee off of that. So here we go. You can't get the two. You can't get the two though off of that. Yeah, so you can only get the one. I guess he would have been two. He's already got some pretty good damage. Yeah, let's see, here you go. The EX Tiger Knee. It's probably that's probably that's a good combo off of the new stuff. Um, yeah, heavy kick to medium punch, EX Tiger Shot, uh, to Tiger Cannon to EX Tiger Knee, and yeah, that's a pretty decent combo. I like that one a lot. So you get the EX Tiger Knee or Tiger Uppercut off of off of that cannon. There's a couple other situational things. Um, yeah, you can't get much off of that. Yeah, so I think you could still get if you just did you still do the old school uh, heavy kick to V trigger cancel to heavy kick to Tiger Cannon to uh, EX either Tiger Knee or Tiger Uppercut. So I believe Old Faithful still works. They didn't nerf. I don't believe they nerfed Sagat too much. They only gave him good stuff. And I believe off of the heavy kick, you can cancel the first. There we go. You can cancel the first uh, hit into Tiger Uppercut now. So that's new. That is a buff. Um, yeah, so you can cancel that faster, which is pretty cool. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. And you can also do Grand Tiger Shot, I believe it's called. Um, so what I want to do here is heavy heavy kick to medium punch. Yeah, yeah, you get kind of a yeah, you can get uh, there we go. No, yeah, I think a lot more damage comes from the Tiger Knee combos. Um, so yeah, there's one coming up here that is you can get a medium punch in there, I believe somewhere. If you do the heavy kick first, heavy kick to medium punch. Let's see here. Yeah. Um, where's it at? Heavy kick. It's 370, right? Is that the 370 one? Yeah, usually those are 324, so this one was 370. So we got a 370 in there. Yeah, see that one 370, you get the medium punch in there with the heavy kick. So, heavy kick, heavy kick, medium punch to EX Tiger Shot. Heavy kick, medium punch, EX Tiger Shot, Tiger Cannon. That gets you 370. It gets you 370. So that's it for Sagat. I can't think of many more buffs with him. That's about it, I believe, with him. Um, so for Rose, I played her a little bit when she was first released. Um, got a little bit dismayed. You know, it's always hard switching to a new character. You got to learn their ins and outs, and you got to learn how to, attack with them, defend with them. So it's kind of an ordeal sometimes. Sometimes, it just doesn't work out, and it hadn't been working out for Rose, in my opinion. But I decided to give it another shot with the patches. Um, so what they gave Rose a couple of quick things. They made the the Soul Spark, I believe, EX Soul Spark cancelable into V Trigger. Um, they improved the back heavy kick, so you get Oki off of that now. Um, let's see. Let's change the guard to guard all. See what. Yeah, so yeah, I believe they gave her some frame advantage improvements on a couple of moves. Yeah, and so yeah, that move is annoying. That slide. It comes out on accident for me sometimes. So I gotta I gotta practice that with her a lot as far as the D pad. So I oh yeah, a lot of the improvements were with V Trigger 2. I believe they changed a couple of things, so you can pick people up off the ground now with a couple of moves. After they hit the ground, and the big one, I believe it's coming up here in a second, was when you grab. See how fast that goes down. So that only lasts probably like what, like 5 seconds, 6 seconds maybe. But if you notice here, when she picks somebody up now, when she grabs somebody, um, it stops the timer for you. So boom, see that? Stops the timer when you grab now. Um, so you get that little benefit back if you pick somebody up, and you still get some time back. Um, I think that's okay. If you actually can get the grab, but if they break it, it is what that is, right? You just burned the time. So I've been using it a little bit. I personally think it's better if you can to get the gray damage off of that more than it is to throw. But if you have a read on somebody, um, you can use the throw. You can mix the throw in. I've been doing that. If the person's good at breaking throws, it sometimes is not worth it to do it. Um, it's just a good improved feature. So if you do have a read on somebody and you can get a throw in, it does give you a little bit more time with that V trigger. Still burns really fast though. You don't have too long to nail that. So make it count still. Um, where a couple other things were. Yeah, no, that's just trying some stuff out. So yeah, they improved that move. They improved a couple of cards too. I'm not 100% familiar with the cards. I got to look more into it. But the cards are I don't know. They're just they're there. I know they do things. I'm just like I'm not terribly familiar with all how I think it's like four of them. How all four of them actually work, but that's usually my V skill of choice. I think there's like some defensive, you know, advantages you get and other things, offensive advantages. Um, yeah, see, there you go. With her picking people up off the ground, so you can pick people up off the ground now, if you notice. Um, so yeah, with the that was back or yeah low medium kick. So it looks like low medium kick works, and the old slide works too. So both of those pick up off the ground now, which is pretty cool. So uh, you can get some like if they just land, they don't quick roll up. I believe it looks like it'll pick them up, and you can get some more damage. So you probably could do maybe a couple of things off of this. I have to learn some combos from that new ability. But yeah, low medium kick and low forward medium kick look like they give you ability to pick people up off the ground now. So that's another awesome benefit of playing with old Rose here. Um, yeah, so she's got some cool stuff. I like Rose a lot. The things that I've been having difficulty with her, so yeah, you can really pick people off the ground there if you see that. Which is pretty cool. Um, and yeah, you just get if you get the moves right, you can keep doing that combo even after somebody hits the ground. So that's more time kind of in a way added to that V trigger too. Um, and then you probably could get some frame advantage after that as well. Um, yeah, as far as anything else with her, I think it's the EX Soul Spark, I believe, um, is the next cool thing. So it looks like it only picks them up like either once or twice. You get that move, you gotta move on to something else like probably crouching either back heavy punch or crouching heavy punch, maybe something like that, to keep the combo going. Yeah, so you can switch sides on them, get some cool stuff going. And I believe um, there's probably a certain you know um, you can cancel into that now. I believe was the new deal right there. So that you can cancel into V trigger. You probably get the so yeah, that was something new she had as well. So you can get a combo going off of that, and the heavy sweep looks like it works too. So that's it. That's all I had for Rose. Um, yeah, I've been playing with her a lot. I think she's probably better this season with those little things that they gave her. In addition to her just being an interesting character in general. She's really slow to play with comparatively to like a Urien or even a Sagat. Um, Sagat's a very defensive character, but you can rush down in a way. Urien is all offense in my opinion. He's almost like 80% offense, I would say. But Rose is very you have to be like a little bit more strategic with her moves, her setups and all that stuff. But she's a decent character. All right, on to old Oro here. Oro, I hadn't been playing much of either, and I have not played him yet this season. I just checked him out in practice mode to see what he had going. And he had some good stuff. He what did he have? He had a cancel. He's able to cancel the DP, the first hit into super. Um, I think they gave him a bunch of other stuff. Um, let's see. No, that's not it. Yeah, they gave him a good amount of stuff. Yeah, let me check out the patch notes. Oro, Oro. What do they give Oro? Oro, let me just read it out. Oro boasts many unique attacks, such as double jump, but the focus of conveying his unconventional personality result in his abundance of quirky moves, which some characters struggle to handle. Furthermore, Oro's small frame made it difficult to land an attack on opponents. The limited number of moves and situations that could result in combos further increased Oro's difficulty. So yeah, I guess they're just saying yeah he was a small character. He didn't have a lot of good moves, which was debatable. I mean he had a good DP. The orb was pretty cool. Um, I also liked the fireball. That was really fast and a good keep away. Zoning uh, technique you could deploy. All right, let's keep reading. To rectify this, we have improved the strengths and purposes of each move and made it easier to use normal attacks and special moves. So yeah, there's some of the stuff that the combos that he has are a little bit with the chicken feet. The chicken feet combos I are a little bit difficult. I think with just time and practice you can get them, but I hadn't put in a lot of time and effort into him. Um, I would say more Rose than anything, and obviously Urian's my main and Sagat a main as well. Um, both almost I would say Urien I'm best with Sagat next, and then Rose probably, and then maybe Oro. Those are probably my four characters in Street Fighter Five. Um, all right, sorry, I'm distracted again. Let me keep reading. We've also expanded his jumping, light kick, mix-up hitbox. In addition to increasing the use of maneuvers, we have also made it easier for Oro to stomp down opponents with double jump, carry out surprise attacks. Yeah, the double jump is all right. It's a little gimmicky, but I've seen people deploy it effectively. All right. Next, Toby Hiza, which grants an advantage after the last half of the attack, was a difficult move to utilize, partially due to Oro's slow back and forth movements. We've adjusted its recovery time on block for easier usage, making it easier for Oro to attack from mid range. On the combo front, EX Sur Surain Reina Kiyashi, vital for high damage combos, now has points to aim for, resulting in more firepower on hit than before. Standing light punch, boasting Oro's fastest startup, can create a combo through standing light kick. while long reach of the low attack, crouching medium kick can connect normal moves on hit to deal heavy damage, even if canceled late. Yeah, that's so true. Oni Yanma is now CA cancelable, which I thought it always was, but I guess it wasn't. And I have that. Um, let's see if we can go back to that. Let's see if we can find the the Oni Yanma. So the Oni Yanma. There we go. Boom. Um, there it is. So the Oni Yanma, which was two hits, I believe the other. I'm not sure if the other ones were one hit. I believe they were only one hit. This one, the heavy is two. So it was a little difficult to do, but like I said, with practice, you'll get it. It's just it's a quick deal you have to get that after that first hit, and then do CA just really super quick. So they gave him that, so props to them for doing that. Um, so what else? What else we got? Use it as an anti-air or wipe out opponents' vitality in one shot by combining it with mid-air combos. Furthermore, the rarely utilized EX Jinshu Nobori now has reduced openings on low guards and serves as a potential option to use against opponents' throws. Standing light punch, change frame advantage on hit from +4 frames to +5 frames. Standing heavy punch, uncharged version, extended the hitbox forward, so he can hit further out with that. The uncharged version, and standing heavy punch charge version, change frame advantage on block from +2 frames to +4 frames. Reduced pushback on hits, so they stay closer to you. Sounds like extended the hitbox for active frames 2 to 4, so hit from further out and it pushes them back less. So probably hit them, if uh, if they block it, you can throw out like maybe like a low punch or something like that, or like a low kick to catch them hitting buttons, trying to get trying to steal their turn back. Standing heavy kick extended the hitbox forward, so they gave him a lot more range. It sounds like reduced the foot hurt box size 1 frame to 2 frames before the hitbox appears. Remove the hurt box applied to kicking foot 1 frame to 2 frames before the hitbox appears. Crouching medium kick changed frame advantage on hit from +0 frames to +2 frames. Okay, so that's an advantage he has now that he didn't have before. Crouching hit high kick or crouching heavy kick extended hitbox forward, so he can sweep a little further now, I'm guessing. Jumping light kick extended the mix up hitbox backward. Um, Toby Hiza changed frame advantage on block from -6 frames to -4 frames. It's a little safer now. EX Nichiren Shokan, is that one word? EX Nichiren Shokan now now be V trigger canceled. Can now be V. Okay, I see now. They capitalized the can. I don't know why they did that, but anyways, I guess they're doing that with everything. Never mind. That's a topic for something else. Neo Riki, including EX version, changed frame advantage on block from -42 frames to -7. Wow, that's a huge improvement. Change recovery from 60 frames to 35 frames. And the Neo Riki shortened startup from 7 frames to 5 frames, increased distance traveled forward before attack startup. EX Neo Riki extended the hitbox forward, reduced recovery. So they hooked my man Oro up here with all this stuff. There's more. There's like way more. So where was I at? So Surene Kiyashi? Surene Kiyashi? Surene Kiyashi? Okay. Surene Kiyashi. All right, I think I got it. I think that's it. Increased damage from 60, 80, 100 to 70, 100, 120. Okay, I guess that's in all the, light, medium, heavy. So they buffed it by what? Like a decent amount. Extended hitbox forward again, so they made him more rangy, more mangy and rangy. Can now be canceled with V trigger 2 on hit or block. Medium Suranikiyashi. The attack now pulls the opponent in on hit slash block during second hit when on the ground. The EX version of that extended the hitbox forward for third attack. Gen 2 Atari, including EX version, extended the hitbox forward for the second attack onward. EX Genchu Nobori changed recovery on block from 16 frames to 20 frames. Change recovery time on landing from 9 frames to 4 frames. Change minimum frame advantage on block and mid-air from -11 to -2. Oniyanma can now be CA canceled, like we mentioned before. Did they mention that twice? I think they put that in here twice. Yeah, they put that in here twice. They gave him a they padded his stats. Okay. Yeah, so Oniyama again is now CA cancelable. Low and medium Oniyama extended midair invincibility by 2 frames. High or heavy Oniyama reduced knockback height on hit for the first hit. V skill 1 Onimbi. I believe this is the one I like. V skill 1. Yeah, V skill 1 is the orb. Um, can now be canceled into from special cancelable normal attacks and unique attacks. Oh, so that's cool. So you're probably not sitting there just, eating up frames while he spins up that orb. V trigger 2, which I don't use a ton or ever. Monriki 10 increased V timer from 2,000 frames to 3,000 frames, so more time. Uh, Kishinriki V timer cost increased from 1,000 frames to 1,500 frames. Kenshin Kuchu Jingoku Guruma. I'm sure these all mean something in Japanese. I have no idea what these names mean. V timer cost increased from 1,000 frames to 1,500 frames. They increased the V trigger 2 times. Looks across the board almost. Daishin Shinriki CA. That's what he says. Daishin Shinriki. Startup reduced from 7 frames to 4 frames when canceled into from Oniyanma. So there's a frame advantage when he does it from the the DP. So yeah, that was a lot. They gave him a ton of crap. I still think he's just too short. He doesn't have a lot of range. I mean, a lot of things people do with him are the kick, the knee. People just like give him the knee. Um, so yeah, are we back to using Rose? Yeah. So see Oro. Yeah, I wish they would have. Maybe they would have buffed the Tengu Stone. I believe is what it's called. That's the V trigger I like the most. But yeah, no buffs for that. I guess it was just as good as it is. I mean that's got like this the super possibility for V trigger robbery. Um, yeah, that's the V trigger I like the most. So yeah, it's really. So yeah, I mean, I'll check him out in a bit. I'm still, frustrating myself with Rose at the moment. So, once I get done with her, then I can move on to Oro. As well as I haven't played Sagat enough either. Um, but they didn't change him too much. Urien, like I said, they changed him a bunch. Um, it's unfortunate the last patch had to be, major changes to my favorite character, but it is what it is. I guess everybody else had to suffer, so it's just my turn. Um, with that being said, that's it for this video. I'll have some more coming out probably with playing online with Rose and Urien and Sagat and Oro. And just some thoughts along the way. Uh, and I am probably going to start making other videos um, about other games. So whenever I get the time, I will move on to the classics. I've been liking the classics lately, but it's another video for another time. Thank you for your time if you did listen all the way through. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, and that's all I got. Until the next patch or Street Fighter 6, whatever comes first. All right, talk to you guys later.